Hello and welcome to the 45th episode of The Route, our school bus fleet content series. I'm Wes Platt, Executive Editor. In this episode, I'm happy to welcome Audrey Fish and Jeff Ellis from American Student Transportation Partners to talk about their Heroes Bus project with Krise Transportation. Click like on this and all our other videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're up to 103 subscribers last I checked. Let's keep it going. We're shooting for 250 as the next goal. So hopefully everybody who watches the Heroes Bus videos will subscribe and sign up. That'd be great. So click like on this and all our other videos. Your comments are always welcome. If you get a chance, please post who you are, where you're from, your city, your state, your school district, and I'll give a shout out in a future episode. Okay, let's get rolling. Audrey and Jeff, thank you again for joining the route today. Go ahead and tell our viewers a bit about yourselves. Go in whatever order you want.
Go ahead, Audrey.
Thanks. First, thanks for having us.
Sure.
My name is Audrey Fish, and I am the Communications Director for ASTP, American Student Transportation Partners. And we're here very excited to talk about the Heroes Bus. So I'll let Jeff introduce himself.
And I'm Jeff Ellis. I'm the Chief People Officer for American Student Transportation Partners and work closely with our partner, Krise Transportation, Inc. And so, the Heroes Bus is a project between the two companies to elevate, bus drivers as heroes in our industry.
And it's something I don't know that we hear enough in this day and age. So how did this partnership develop? How did you get started working on it?
The partnership between ASTP and Krise has been about a year since we partnered with them. So American Student Transportation Partners provides partnership assistance, financial, operational, et cetera, to great operating school bus companies. So Tim Krise has been in the business for over 40 years. He and some of the principals, including myself. And so when Tim built a new bus company and was seeking a partner to help him continue to grow successfully, he came to ASTP. And so we've been partnered for about a year now, working with Tim to expand his business.
Outstanding. So what have you done? I mean, I see you're on the bus, right? This is the bus where you actually make the magic, make the videos, interview the drivers. How have you equipped this bus and what kind of bus is it?
Yeah. So, we're sitting on the Heroes Bus currently. It was originally a 72 passenger bus, and now we've taken some seats out. We built an office in the back, so we're able to do interviews here. In the front of the bus, it's outfitted with a studio that we can shoot video interviews with drivers, podcasts with terminal managers and school transportation managers. We use it for, like I said, for recruiting. We can go to local community events and interview people on the spot. So they come into the first part of the bus, they can complete an application, we can go back and we can interview them, and they can exit right out the door. So that's recruitment. But if we want to shoot videos, today we're going to do a podcast with Jeff about the Heroes Bus, and we're going to talk details about how we're going to be using it. We have it outfitted with 3 cameras, and we have a switcher, so we can actually record live and broadcast into our terminals live, or we record and edit and then broadcast into our terminals, talking about things that are happening within our company, within the industry, talk about some of our drivers, storytelling. Our drivers have amazing stories, and I know that the industry knows this, but do we tell those great stories?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this studio gives us the opportunity to really to sit down with people and talk about, I've been driving for 30 years and I run into people all the time where I saw them throughout their entire 12 years and now I'm driving their kids. And, so those kinds of stories, and there are so many, there are, dozens that I've talked to already and can't wait to meet more. But we travel from terminal to terminal. Right now, we're sitting in Upper Perkiomen, Pennsylvania, and next week we're going to be in Penn Hills, Pennsylvania, talking to another group of drivers. So we travel throughout currently Pennsylvania with this bus and use it in many different ways. And it's really about elevating sort of and recognizing our drivers as the people that they are, heroes, right? Essential employees that are getting kids to school every single day. And it's been an interesting ride, and I'm excited to be part of it.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that we really focused on at ASTP, and certainly within Krise Transportation, is we look at it as the people equation of R²E: recruitment, retention, and engagement, right? That's the secret to success. So we talked about how we use the bus for recruitment. It's a great attention getter, and it also allows us to, again, process applicants. It's a great facility to have for that. Retention and engagement is just as important. You can do all the recruiting you want, but if you don't keep people, right, because they're not satisfied the company you're at or in their job, then you're just going to do a lot of recruiting and have churn and turnover. So we really spend a lot of time working on retention and engagement with our employees. So we're aiming to make this the best place to work that we can. The Krise operations team has really done a great job of engaging with drivers even before the Heroes bus. And so we're able to communicate with our employees directly. The bigger you grow as an operator, the more challenging it becomes for leaders to get around to different places, right? This provides us with a vehicle to not only capture stories and information, but again, beam it right into a terminal. Audrey's coined it the Heroes Bus Channel, HBC. So we're literally can project right into large television monitors at the terminals to keep people informed, get them engaged, and keep them excited about being a part of the company.
Have they reacted well to that? Have you seen like an uptick in morale because you've been doing these videos?
It's interesting because when I talk to the drivers, I ask them, do you recognize yourself as being a hero? And they will say, nah, I'm not really a hero, but my coworkers are. So that's really interesting that they recognize, what they do as a as being something that is heroic. It's a lot of work, and these people, they love it, what they do, and while they may not see themselves as being a hero, they definitely recognize their coworkers. And it's so yeah, I think when I walk into a terminal and they know what the Heroes Bus is, and they're excited to see it, and they want to tour, they want to go in it, they want to be the one that's being interviewed. So yeah, it's been interesting. It's and it's really great to see. My mom was a bus driver, so I sort of know that world, and so I sort of feel that, I saw my mom as being sort of a hero in that sort of world, and so it's nice to be able to see that in other people's faces too.
Outstanding. Now, the last thing I want to ask about is if you can tell us something that you've taken away from these interviews personally, from talking to these drivers and managers. What have you experienced and come away from? What have you learned?
I think, I learned not that I didn't know this, but just have seen again the power of appreciation, right? And that's what this is about. It's telling people that their job is important. What we do as a company is incredibly important in the communities we serve. And so again, providing people with some recognition and celebration. I'll give a little story. When we were first starting on this journey, a local convenience store was celebrating start of school last year by giving free coffee to school administrators and teachers and janitors and all the other folks in the school, not a mention of a school bus driver. So it really, us being able to elevate that profile and tell them, time and again, how important their jobs are and the impact they have on students' lives that's the rewarding part that I take away every time we do this.
I would agree. I mean, I don't, like I said, they don't necessarily recognize themselves as being essential in that. So to elevate that and recognize them on a daily basis, I think it's been great. It's been rewarding for me.
Thank you so much. All right, we're going to leave it at that. Please go check out the Heroes Bus videos. I'm going to make sure to link to the site in the details of this video. Audrey and Jeff, thanks so much for coming along for the ride today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Wes.
All right, it's time to park the bus for now. Tell your friends about the route. If you've got news, reach out to me by email at wes.platt@bobbit.com. Tweet us at schoolbusfleet. Drive safely, and see you next time on the route.